There was a time in your life, I'm just going to share my story, how I used to be. And this is probably how you used to be too. There was a time in your life back in the day when you was just young, even if even when you was a toddler, people have always tried to shut you up because you always been different. You always kept it real, one of those kids that kept it real. But you was spiritual as well. You was smarter than the kids your age. You was a kid, you was a toddler, but you said things and knew things, especially spiritually, that grown people knew, like should know. And might have been your parents, might have been whoever was taking care of you, might have been your aunties, uncles, whatever. There was always somebody grown in your life to try to shut you up, try to call you stupid. Nah, that ain't true. What you know, like what you talking about? Shut up. Always try to dim in your light. You've been told shut up and be quiet so many times, and how stupid you were that you actually shut up and stop believing in yourself about anything. To the point where when you got grown enough, or maybe just in your teenage years, that you didn't like yourself so much that you couldn't even look people in the eye. You were scared to look people in the eye when they talked to you because you did not love yourself. You wanted to be like whoever they admire, whoever they like, people in your family or friends. Your whole life people have tried to shut you up. That's my point. Knowing the devil's working through them, because the devil knew once you knew your worth, once you like really get deep with God and God reveal your true power, it was always game over. It's game over. The devil knew that the day you was born. The day you was born. That's why he worked through your family to try to shut you up. Because he knew the power is within your voice. The power is in your voice. And the power, well, you already was spiritual. You always been spiritual. Because you didn't hang around really. Of course you played with your cousins, your sister, your siblings, whatever. But you was always different. You was mentally you just always ahead of the game. Just always been spiritually different. Always wanted better. Always was good. Always was pure. See the good in everybody. You just had this light about you. And you got picked on because you was different than them. They didn't understand you. Nobody really understood you. You might have had like a great grandma or something, an auntie, great auntie that protected you and understood you and saw greatness in you. But still, at hard times, they was there for you. You know, but they not there no more. But they still watching over you though. We just miss their presence, but they always here. Their energy, they're always around you. They show themselves through flickering lights, through birds, through messages, like through numbers. Like with my great grandma, every time I see 333, I know that's her. Because that's the day she died, March 3rd, 2003. 333. I didn't get it then, but I get it now. Every time I see 333, I know that's her. Like, hey, like this morning, I saw 333 twice on somebody's tag on a car and through the phone. And every time I see a red bird, I know it's her too. But anyways, now, like, since you grew up like that, now you have learned to love yourself. You have said, forget this, forget what everybody say, because you're too grown for that now. And you have done the inner work. Prayed more, you work on your inner self, you renewed your mind, got closer to God, and you have made this wonderful transformation. Still working on yourself. You still working on yourself, but you have made this 555 on the timer. You have changed so much, and you should be so proud of yourself, because the devil try to stop you as a toddler, as a little girl, as a little boy that didn't know no better. Like, you still was just new to the world. You still learning stuff. And at the same time, you new to the world, still learning stuff, and then the devil telling you to shut up every time you say something amazing, say something grownish, say something very true spiritually. And people told you to shut up. But now, no. You realize what your worth is. You realize that you was sent here to change the world. That's why that's why they kept telling you to shut up. Because it's in your voice. I did a video on that. It's in your voice. The power is in your voice. Life and death is power of the tongue. Like life and death. The tongue is very powerful. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So I say that because anything right now, until you gone, be careful what you say. Watch your words. And when you speak. It has to be something said. It has to be said. Because God told you to say it. Just like this video. I don't know. God just told me to share a little something, a piece of me, of my story, of how I was raised. Yeah. Basically my whole life. I've been told to shut up. All the way up till I was grown. Shut up, be quiet. You're never going to be nothing. You're slow, you're special. You're an idiot. You're a fool. Just shut up and go to work and do what you got to do and go home. Yeah, you know, things like that. I always knew there was something deep down. There's something more to life than this. To just go to work and come home. Because I was bored out my mind. And people would never promote me and give me a chance. And I was one of every job I had. If I wasn't the best worker, I was one of the best workers. Still to this day. But I always got picked on. I always got written up for stuff I didn't do, or stuff like very tiny and minor. Like me forgetting something. But the people that didn't come to work, I've seen people stole money out the register. They still had jobs. But I used to get fired for nothing. But I remember one time I think I got written up for going to a daggone funeral. To my grandpa's funeral. And I told him about this and I still got written up. Like, these jobs ain't nothing. So it's best to have your own. Have your own business. Best to have your own. Can't nobody tell you nothing. God's gonna bless you as long as you put in the work. He's gonna bless you. He's gonna work through people to get you up there, up there, up there, up there. You know, to get you across the world, across the globe. Whatever it's gonna take. You just put in the work and believe in your business and yourself, just put in the work. I say all this because a couple of days ago, I started going back to how I used to feel about myself. Like, I didn't like myself. I hate being like this. I hate being different. I'd rather just be like a regular person. Because this is not easy. Being the chosen one, it's not easy. It's not easy. Sometimes you actually feel like not doing anything after you get off of work. Not working out. You know, things like that. You don't feel like putting in the work for your transformation, for your glow up. It's easy to say, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like making a video. I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like eating right. You know, things like that. It's easy to do that. But chosen ones, we know better. We know better. We know we got to put in that work. We got to put in the hard work now. Later on, it'll become easier. Hustle, hustle, hard work now. Because we want to look different. We want to look best. The best we ever looked. Hold on, y'all. And yeah. So, basically what I'm trying to say is, don't give up. Don't go back to believing that you're nobody. That nobody understands you. You're going to have days like that. That nobody understands you. You feel alone in this very dark world. Because you're not like everybody else. Because everybody around you really is not doing this type of stuff. You are probably the only one in your family that is doing this. Or working out, doing the inner work. To make generational wealth. To change your family for generations to come forever, you know? Keep going though. I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think this came out of nowhere. I think somebody in our ancestors in our past was like this. It just stopped. And then for generations, for a very long time, for generations, people in your family has gotten comfortable working at a job and then retired the job and then that's it. People have just gotten comfortable with that for generations to generations, for generations, for generations. And then until you showed up, until you was born. I don't think that I'm like this. I think some or maybe one of my, I think multiple people work through me. I'm so completely different. And then, you know, from a lot of people in my family. So I'm very different. And I think I'm so ancient because, for example, I don't know, I love everything about Egypt. Why? I don't know where that came from. Why Egypt? I don't know nobody that's been in my family that ever went to Egypt. It's Egypt. But shoot, ever since I seen the movie The Mummy, I just love it. Everything Egyptian. I want to kind of study it. I want to study up on it. I want to learn more about it. I don't know where that came from, so I'm assuming that's from somebody in my past. That could be you. You could be drawn to something that nobody that you know of has studied in your family, but you're drawn to it. And you study up on it. Hey, go ahead. Study up on it. But anywho. So what you misunderstood? So what you different? That's good. Be yourself fully. Be fully you. Keep going. Oh, when everything in your body just wants to say no, stay in the bed all day and not do nothing but watch Netflix and chill. Don't do that. Don't do that. You ain't got time for that. Hustle time right now. Hustle time. You don't have time to do that because you trying to live your life as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna have your own. You have to put in the work in order to get there. Just remember that. And remember, it's not easy, but you are built for this. And keep going. And speak over your life, pray over your life. Continue to put in the inner work. Just keep going. Just keep going. Alright. I don't care how you feel. Keep going. Because you know, once you do it and get it out the way, you're going to feel better. Keep going. If you don't feel like working out, keep work out in a way and get it over with. That's the thing. That's what you need. That's what you need to tell yourself. Let me do it to get it over with. Let me do this to get it over with. Let me get it over with. And that's gonna help you to continue to go. That's gonna help you just keep going. Now if you be lazy, you're gonna continue to be lazy. It's like repetition. You know, you just keep doing it over and over and over and over. It's gonna get easier. You're gonna have your days when you don't feel, you get, oh, it's going, oh, I ain't seen the results. I don't care. Keep going. You're gonna eventually see the results. Alright? That's all I gotta say. Continue to love on yourself. Continue to keep it moving. Hope this message made sense. I hope it helped you out. I hope it made your day a little bit better. Alright, love y'all. My name is Amber. In case you didn't know, in case this is your first time come across my video. Alright, be blessed. God loves you. I love you. Bye.